This is exclusive updates. And so David Wilcock is a well-known researcher. He does paranormal research, and he's known for his work on ancient aliens because he's the writer of it. So he's an author, and he's well-known in the conspiracy community and stuff like that. So people were disturbed when they found out that he is unalived as of just a couple days ago on 4/20. And that's kind of an interesting date. No one really understands why he would have done something to himself, because that's what the reports are saying, is that he did that to himself. There was a strange call, I guess, where it was a call for someone having mental health issues, and apparently they found him with self-inflicted wounds that ultimately took him out. So people are saying there's no way he would have done that to himself, because they dug up an old tweet on social media that said something about how he would never do something to himself and he plans on living and things like that. So people were disturbed when they saw that message. They're saying, well, he's saying if something happens to him, basically it wasn't him. So this is a very unusual situation. He did leave a final message like a day before this happened. Check this out.
You know, every day that I have on earth is a gift and a blessing, and I'm very grateful for that, because frankly, people are disappearing. Scientists are going missing. Now they're saying they're going to investigate this. The president himself is saying they're going to look into this and see if anything's going on. It's a little bit scary. I got to say, it's a little bit scary, but you guys knew that I might still show up even though it was last minute and I've had a really rough week. Like, you know, that's kind of like every week, but somehow we keep on making it through all of this.
And so David Wilcock was saying that he was very concerned about the missing scientists that people are talking about. These scientists have been disappearing and been unalived under mysterious circumstances. There's so far about 12, they're saying, that are missing or unalived.
He is now growing in this, or adding to this growing list. This is a photograph now, a picture of all those that have either turned up dead or missing since 2022, actually. Now, the White House taking this matter very seriously. They've launched an investigation. They're trying to figure out if these are linked together. Right now, they have not tied all these together at all. Jan, back to you.
And so people are wondering what's going on with that. It sounds like 5 are missing and 6 are unalived under mysterious circumstances. 2 of those unalived were M's, you know what I'm saying? So people are wondering what happened to these scientists. And so when these scientists are turning up missing like that, or worse, it's kind of strange, because it's all happening, I guess, back to back, and it seems like it's connected, because how could so many people, you know what I'm saying, just go missing like that, or worse, back to back like that, all connected within the same time frame. So people are saying something's really going on here. Some of these scientists actually work for NASA. I guess 4 of these scientists were connected to NASA. Others were connected to space type industries or science and stuff like that. So satellites, things like that. So people are saying there's definitely a connection going on here. And David seemed very concerned about this before something happened to him. So he was disturbed at this story that was breaking about these scientists. So it's kind of all not making sense here. He said he had a very rough week though, so maybe he was going through something personally that who knows exactly what he was talking about as far as having a rough week. So I mean, and then what's going on with these scientists, it's all a big mystery. Let me know in the comment section if you have any ideas what's going on with all this stuff, because there doesn't seem to be a lot of answers. People are trying to piece it together. I mean, I had an idea pop in my head when I was kind of brainstorming, but it's probably nothing, but I guess I'll share it. It's kind of like, wasn't there a Heaven's Gate type cult that did something to themselves because they thought they were going to end up on an alien spaceship or something? I don't know. I mean, when it comes to aliens, though, I definitely believe they are the demons. they are the fallen ones. So what people are researching as what they're thinking as alien beings, it seems like these are really spiritual beings. And I believe there's a combination of physical and spiritual beings that they're interacting with when they're dealing with what they think are aliens. That's why there might be spaceships or UFOs. But I believe these so-called UFOs, some could be on hidden areas like hidden islands, or some could actually be interdimensional. They could be coming in and out of our reality and things like that. I have a lot of research I did on these beings, so I'll leave a link in the comment section and description box if you want to check out my alien playlist. One of the things they're kind of floating around too is, I guess, some of these scientists that have gone missing or worse was working on anti-gravity tech.
Lisa, you looked at me like you were watching a movie.
That's what this feels like. It feels like we're living out some sort of sci-fi novel here or movie. We're talking about some of the most advanced scientists tied to national security. So in a large population of people, of course, deaths occur. But when you're talking about this smaller pool of highly specialized individuals in a cluster in such a short period of time, it seems a little bit more unusual. I have to read some of this information from Amy Eskridge, who is one of the scientists who allegedly died of a reported self-inflicted gunshot wound. She was on a podcast in 2020, and she was saying that she was going to disclose she had discovered some anti-gravity propulsion information, and apparently that's widely discussed by UFO researchers who have claimed this advanced technology is what allows alien spacecraft to achieve impossible speeds. So she had discovered this. She was working on this anti-gravity novel foundational work regarding anti-gravity. She was talking about how she was being targeted both psychologically and physically as well as a result of this. She was worried about her life. And then, so she hired a British intelligence officer to help her look into some of these threats against her. And then they allege that an unknown suspect fired a directed energy weapon at her, causing burns across her body using powerful microwaves. So when you read that, I mean, it sounds insane. But yes, that's why my face was like that when you had started this show off.
Lovely as always, but shocked.
Well, yeah, because even just taking into that, what she said on the podcast, it seems insane. Yeah. But, I don't know. It's pretty crazy stuff. I hope we get to the bottom of it.
So it sounds like they might have uncovered information about anti-gravity machinery. And I guess that would change the world to where, if people start having anti-gravity tech, which, what I'm saying, they call it anti-gravity, but whatever it really is, it's a source of power for these machines to float up in the air using some type of technology, and it's advanced, I guess, beyond what mankind in this current time is able to produce. So if people had access to this, it would change the world. Maybe people wouldn't be dependent on the oil industry anymore. It'd really change a lot if this technology was real, or if there's anything to it. So maybe that has something to do with these scientists missing. Maybe they uncovered something like that where they would have the ability to create machines and vehicles that can do the unthinkable. And, any government in power would want to keep that under wraps, I'm sure, so they could keep that technology to themselves. So I don't know. That's what some people are saying, is that some of these scientists might have found the evidence that this technology actually exists. So, like I said, though, let me know what you think is going on with all this. Do you think it's connected with David Wilcock at all? Let me know what you think is going on with that story as well, because it's all very mysterious. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of answers that make sense out here for any of this stuff going on. So look, like I said, check the description box for links to follow me. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe and everything like that. This has been Exclusive Updates signing off. Check out the Path to Success. Link is in the comment section and description box if you want to learn ways to be successful at anything you might be working on.